Hi everyone, it's Jmart back again with another Clash of Clans YouTube video. Apologies for not uploading the past couple of days. I was sick and did not have the time to upload a few videos, so apologies for that. But to start off the video, we will be going over a recap of my CWL. For an overview, I went a perfect 21 stars for 7 of my 7 wars. The attack that we will be reviewing today is my final attack against good minions who did end up promoting in our league for Champions 2. So let's hop right on into it. So to start off the attack, what I like to start looking at is the fire spitter direction. Obviously they are facing 6 o'clock, so I tend to look at the backside of the fire spitters. For instance, on this base, behind the fire spitters we see a monolith and the CC. Sometimes I do not like going on the side of the CC, but now that we have the poison spell in our army, the CC is no longer a problem for us. So let's start the attack. The Tesseline Warden with 2 furnaces to funnel. The CC comes out. I do drop my Valkyrie to clear some of the CC as well as drop my poison for it. I drop the totem just to cover the Warden just in case if any headhunters do come out. The Warden does get rose up by the Ice Golem, and now the Warden is targeting the monolith and starting that push into the base. Throwers in, Queen and King to funnel, log launcher behind the throwers, totem for the bomb hive, and now the push has started. Reminder, this attack is not on modifiers. This is my CWL attack, so the heroes and modifiers are a lot easier than they are in Legend League, so you can make a few mistakes and still 3-star pretty easily here. Throwers funneled perfectly down the middle of the base. Dragon Duke on that right side clearing most of those defenses. Queen funneling that left side with the King. King goes down. Dragon Duke ability goes off. Throwers still funneling down the middle. Queen alive on that left side. I overgrowth the bottom side just to give our throwers a little bit extra time to funnel that middle. Dragon Duke taking care of that right side. Throwers and clean up troops on that right. Queen punching a wall as she does best. Throwers down the middle, clearing the rest of the buildings, and that is an easy 3-star with a revive and 3-spell swag. Perfect. So now let's look into the army composition. The army that we will be covering today is the same thrower army I covered a few days ago. The only change that I made was adding this poison spell for a free spell, but other than that, let's hop right on into it. Hopping into the first replay of my Legend League attacks today. For this specific base, I look at the fire spitters facing the opposite side, Warden push on the top with the furnaces and healers. We get that funnel started. We want to ideally get the multi-inferno down. I start the Queen and King early as I know that Warden walk is going to take a while, so we don't want to run into any time issues. Warden raged up now, getting that multi-inferno down now. King and Queen funneling that right or that left side. Queen goes down. Throwers in. Log launcher behind them. Wall breaker in to open those walls. CC comes out. Poison comes down on the CC. Overgrowth, that rage compartment. Dragon Duke should be coming in on that right side here soon. We want to get that funnel so the throwers go right down the middle of the base. I should have overgrowth more on that left side. Getting that bomb hive in the overgrowth kind of ruined the attack in regards to the log launcher. Dragon Duke ability pops. Throwers down the middle. Totem to support the Dragon Duke. Throwers going down the middle, no issue. That long shot is putting in work on the Dragon Duke. I have no more totems. Clean up troops on that right side. Dragon Duke does go down. Though we're stuck on the skeleton. I revive the Dragon Duke. He takes down that long shot. And we do ultimately run into time issues. This does become a time fail. It is a 99% time fail, unfortunately. Now on to the second attack of the day. These bases do give these thrower armies a very difficult time. With this, the fire spitters are facing the core of the base, so we do want to start our warden push from the back side of one of those. So I start the warden down the middle. I ideally want to get the revenge tower and multi-inferno down so we can push from either the left or right side behind the fire spitters. So those furnaces are to funnel each of those sides. Rage comes down. The revenge tower goes down. I put a totem down for the CC just in case. And then I put the throwers down to start our push on that left side. Log launcher between them. King and Queen on that top side to begin that funnel. That log launcher is going to get great value here, hitting the multi-inferno, bomb tower, and super wizard tower. I overgrowth that opposite side rage tower compartment. Warden almost goes down here. No healers are on my warden or main throwers. I put the Dragon Duke down on that top side to help funnel that side. Just in case, Dragon Duke takes care of the town hall. The Queen and throwers are in the middle. Queen goes down and throwers are essentially all going to be taken out from that entire rage compartment. This does end up becoming a fail, but the Dragon Duke does help out a lot more percentage than you would think. That self-heal does put in a lot of work and allows the Dragon Duke to get a decent amount of value. but we do ultimately fail. That is the only true fail of the day. All the other attacks were 3 stars or a time fail, which I've previously showed you, and one more time fail that is coming up. So on to the next attack. Fire Spitters facing 6 o'clock. So we are going to start our warden push from 12. And then we are going to funnel with the king and queen on the outside as usual. So let's speed this up a little bit, get this warden push started. Warden raged. Take that multi-gear down and the king. King goes down pretty fast to those fire mites. I do take a little bit longer on this warden push. I do want to get that multi-inferno down. That does help the funnel start a little bit easier than with it up, especially when the throwers come down. It does get a decent amount of damage on them. So once that goes down, I start those throwers on that right side. King and queen on that 3 o'clock to funnel. Log launcher behind the throwers and warden. King ability popped immediately. Queen is in there with the throwers. It's not quite ideal, but it works. Duke on that other side to help funnel. Duke putting in work on that left side. King is taking some damage on that right, but helping clear up those track buildings. Duke ability does pop. Getting that fire spitter down is ideal. We want to, I overgrowth that bottom side just for funneling of the throwers. Dragon Duke takes down that far left side, and throwers go right down the middle into the town hall compartment. I was also debating on taking the overgrowth and putting it on the bottom side, but I didn't want to overgrowth the town hall, so I overgrowth that section with the multi-archer and inferno, and that does end up working out for us in the end. The warden and throwers on that bottom side, clearing that 6 o'clock area. Duke putting in work on that multi-inferno. He definitely is the MVP of this attack for sure. Warden stays alive somehow. There he goes. He is down now. I revive him just for time issues, and there it is. Nice, easy 3-star. Now into the 4th attack of the day. Once again, we see one of these box bases. These do give, once again, a difficult time to the thrower army. I want to explain what my thought process is here on this specific base, as these do personally give me the hardest time in Legends League. So for this base specifically, we have a fire spitter facing out that way and fire spitter facing out this way. My thought process is here, I can take out this fire spitter compartment area with my warden walk. I can use totems to redirect that fire spitter so the flames do not hit my healers and damage them, because then the mines will kill them. So once that fire spitter is redirected and down from the warden walk, I can put the throwers towards this inferno tower area with the CC. Then the throwers can go straight down the middle of the base down here. King and queen on this outside area to funnel this side. Duke will come in up over here, and throwers and the rest of the army just go straight down the base from left to right. So I wanted to explain my thought process before hopping into this. I do have difficult times 3-starring these, so I figured I would explain how I attack this base before hopping into it. So Warden Walk is started. Like I mentioned, the totem down to redirect the fire spitter, rage up, Warden to speed up that process. Fire spitter is not hitting the healers, which is great. CC gets pulled, poison down on those. That compartment's out, throwers are in. Totem that long shot, queen's in, king's in. Totem the super wizard towers. And now this push is started with the log launcher between the throwers and warden as always. Queen is funneling in again, like last attack. That is not ideal, but it does end up working out for this attack, as you will see. I overgrowth the middle due to the bomb hive going to get a lot of value. So I overgrowth the middle as the throwers will clean that up throughout the attack. Dragon Duke, like I mentioned, coming up from that top side. Use his ability on that heavy defense. Queen goes in C, like I mentioned. Her coming through the middle takes out that bomb hive. Dragon Duke taking some serious damage. Totem for him. He is going to go down here. Thrower's going to push in, take that revenge tower out, and then I will revive my Dragon Duke here. Perfect. He is taking some damage again. I do believe he goes down for a second time in this attack. Thrower's putting in that work. Healer's full health, which is great. No issues there. Duke and Thrower's just going to clear the rest of the space. We are now watching out for the monolith and air defense. We had 2 freezes left for both of those. We want to keep that Dragon Duke alive as long as possible. And he does everything in his power to not go to that air defense. But we do ultimately come away with a 3-star here. And perfect. Nice, easy 3-star. So this base here, a similar base to last. It is a box base. Fire spitters facing the inside, revenge tower in the middle with the town hall. With this base, I'm going to enter from the bottom side on the back side of one of the fire spitters. Nice easy funnel here, nothing crazy. The warden is going to just make a nice easy funnel here for the throwers. Rage him up to speed up the warden walk. And then once that warden walk is done, the throwers will come in on the left side. I do not get the expo down, unfortunately, but the fire mites will clean that up for us. The log launcher is in, going towards the town hall, knocking out all of the CC headhunters. The throwers go directly into the town hall compartment, which is perfect. Dragon Duke comes in with the king and queen. King is down, but Dragon Duke ability comes and cleans up the remnants of all that heavy damage. Freeze the multi and Inferno and Super Wizard Tower. Clean that up. Throwers go back to that right side to clear that bottom. And Dragon Duke will take care of that whole top side. Want to keep Warden and healers alive, so totem for that Fire Spitter. And the rest is just cleanup here. We have more than enough power to get through the rest of this base. Pretty simple, easy base to attack with this army. Attack from the backside of a Fire Spitter, overgrowth the other Fire Spitter, funnel with the King and Queen and Dragon Duke if needed, and the throwers will take care of the rest. Perfect. So here we are with another diamond style base. I do decide to enter from the top side. The reasoning for that is this bottom side with the multi-archer tower could potentially kill my healers, especially once raged up and the Warden pushes forward. So I decided not to attack from the backside of the Fire Spitters. I start my push from this top side to take out this area with the Ricochet and the Town Hall. Warden Furnaces, Test Loon to start that Warden charge here. Nice, easy, simple funnel. I rage him up and totem that long shot. Long shot goes down quickly here. I let the Warden get a decent amount of damage on the Town Hall before starting the main push. Throwers in. King and Queen on that outside to funnel. Log launcher behind the throwers. You could have used the troop launcher here to add a little bit of reinforcement, but I like getting that extra damage on the back end, so that's why I like using the log launcher. I overgrowth that back right side for that Fire Spitter and mono compartment. I throw my poison down late here. That is ultimately what ruins the attack and makes me time fail. The throwers get stuck in this middle area for way too long, and the attack just takes a decent amount of time to get through the rest of the base. Dragon Duke comes into funnel as always. He takes down that Fire Spitter before it takes our healers out, which is perfect. I am going to use his ability here soon. Bam. He stuns most of the damage on that bottom side. Throwers going through the middle of the army, or through the middle of the base. Archers for cleanup on that right side. Duke goes down. Revive the Duke. Takes out the multi-archer. And then now time just becomes a factor. And as you can tell, it is a 99% time fail, unfortunately. I could have started the main army push a little earlier and had the Fire Mites take out the Town Hall, and that would have prevented the time fail from happening, and I could have gotten the 3-star. As you see, the army had no problem getting through with the power it had. For the final attack today that I will be showing is this base. So for these bases, once again, these compartments with the rage core are very difficult for these thrower armies. So when I was looking at this base, we have two options. We can start from this bottom side, take out this ricochet cannon, or we can start from this top side and take out this area. I like starting my warden push from this bottom side. It just feels more comfortable. So I start from this bottom side, take this compartment out, start my throwers in over here, and then king queen up here to funnel this side, and throwers come right down the middle. I overgrowth this backside, the fire spitters, to eliminate most of the damage at the beginning of the attack, and then once the throwers take care of most of the damage at the front side, they can take care of the fire spitters once the overgrowth wears off, and then it is an easy peasy 3-star. So let's hop right on into it. So here, I'm thinking about which side I want to start my warden push from. And like I mentioned before, I start him from this bottom side to take care of that ricochet cannon compartment. Put the throwers in. I accidentally put the queen in with the giant arrow with the throwers. That is a misclick. She was supposed to go up where that multi-archer tower was. King goes to that top side. Queen is already dead, which is not ideal. I overgrowth that backside. Rage the throwers by the warden to get through most of this damage. King is on that top side. Dragon Duke is coming through the back end, or behind the throwers. I use his stun ability here. It takes most of everything in the core out from his stun. Freeze that middle part. Dragon Duke just putting in work. Throwers putting in work. Dragon Duke does go down after taking out a lot of buildings, which is exactly what we needed. Throwers, totem goes down. Throwers pushing through. And once throwers take care of that revenge tower, or is locked on from the revenge tower, I revive the Duke, and he takes care of the rest of the base for us. Perfect 3-star. I do have difficulties with these bases all the time, and that seems to be the perfect entry and execution, other than the queen going down at the very beginning of the attack. But that is how we 3-star those bases with this thrower army. Speed that up. Nice, perfect 3-star. Thank you for watching my video today. Feel free to like and subscribe. Also, drop a comment for any video ideas that you may have. I am open to trying new armies. Apologies on not having any live legend attacks uploaded. I have been having some difficulties with the audio, so those should be coming soon, but stay tuned for those. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.